Johnson there to the line and out. Shannon in retreat, look out. Knocked off his stick. Juneau finds Bellows. Here's Bellows sweeping in. Hasek down. Loose puck, they score. Joey Juneau scores the goal. And the Capitals are headed to the Stanley Cup final.
Well, that's the persistence of Brian Bellows. Bellows cut to the front of the net, and he had at least 3 cracks at that puck. And now the Caps go to congratulate Olaf Kolzig, who is as big a part of this as Joey Juneau. Bellows cut to the net, had the chance, and made sure that Dominik Hasek was not able to control the rebound. All the chances Bellows has had, unable to score, but he's the one that sets up this overtime winner for Joey Juneau.
Well, his family here from St. Catharines, and when Bellows has recorded a point in the playoffs, Ron Wilson's team is 8-0. And the coaches congratulate after a hard-fought, memorable series that ends in 6 games, and Godzilla comes out the best of it in the matchup against the Dominator. Let's join Scott Oak.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. Here's Joey Juneau, who scored the winner, the goal that sent the Capitals to the Stanley Cup final for the first time in their history. Joey, how's it feel?
Feels awesome, man. I'll be right back to you.
Okay, Joey's got more pressing things right now. He's going to shake hands with the Buffalo Sabres, who gave the Caps a great fight. For now, Chris, back to you.
Scott, the 38th shot on Hasek tonight, the winner. Ole Kolzig, 39 saves, and there are the goaltenders.
And I think Dominik got gypped out of a few because Bellows had 3 cracks at that last one before Joey Juneau came in and got the rebound.
The end of an amazing year for Dominik Hasek. Olympic gold and a brilliant Stanley Cup playoff run as well.
And you look at the scoring ability of this Washington Capitals team, and I think that's what really let Buffalo down. And there's Olaf Kolzig and congratulating the Buffalo Sabres.
6:24, Juneau from Bellows and Oates. Here's Scott.
Adam, describe the moment.
Well, absolutely fantastic. You know, we played real hard. We were down twice tonight. We came back. Bonsai big goal near the end of the game. And Joey, great goal for Joey. Our linesman snake bit the whole series, and what a great goal.
And don't you think Joey Juneau's played as well as he has since his rookie year, and now he delivers you to the Stanley Cup final?
Absolutely. He's played great all playoffs. Absolutely. You know, he's had a lot of injuries. He's come back, and we've been really strong in the playoffs. He's played great.
Thank you, Adam. Let's go over and get Olaf Kolzig. Ole, I guess there's no question who's won this goaltending duel. As I said, Adam Oates, same question to you. Go ahead and describe the moment.
Well, I mean, anytime you win in overtime is a special moment, especially against a goalie like Dominik Hasek. For us to do it 3 times and, you know, to battle back in this game, we're down 1-0, 2-1, and we never gave up. We got a heck of a bunch of character in this dressing room, and the job's not done yet, though. We got 4 more to go.
Yeah, it's been an incredible run for you in these playoffs. Now you're going to the Stanley Cup final. How about that?
Dream come true. The only thing better is to win the thing. So we're going to celebrate this for a couple days and then get back to work on Tuesday.
Ole, do you think you did for your team tonight what Dominik Hasek did in Game 5?
Well, I don't know about that. You know, we got behind twice, and but I gave the guys a chance to win, and just a bunch of character guys to fight back the way we did.
All right, Ole, congratulations. Enjoy the moment.
Thanks.
Chris.
And there's Dale Hunter with the Prince of Wales trophy. Eastern Conference Championship. Dale Hunter, in his 18th year, is going to his first Stanley Cup final. And Ole Kolzig told us before this series that he's getting married after the playoffs, and he wants to toast at his wedding out of the Stanley Cup. Fans here with a mixed reaction for the Capitals celebration. Matthew Barnaby stayed out late to salute the Buffalo fans.
And all the over 30 Washington Capitals, and I think their experience really showed through a game tonight. They were badly outplayed in the first period. They got behind twice and just kept battling back.
Well, let's join Scott Oak with the captain.
Chris, thanks very much. Here is the captain, Dale Hunter. 1,345 career regular season games, and finally the payoff. You're going to the Stanley Cup final. Make your statement.
Well, it's unbelievable. You know, it's been 18 years in coming, and
sometimes you think you're never going to get there, but proves if you keep working hard and get the right breaks at the right time, anybody can go.
Now, I said to your father late in the second period, we had a chat with him. How about this? Your guy was thinking of quitting at the end of last season when the Caps missed the playoffs. You talked to David Poyle, and he said, Dale, we want you back for one more year. How good a decision does that seem now?
Oh, it's unbelievable, you know, and to get the chance to go try to win the Cup, it's a thrill. It's a thrill that you always dreamed about as a kid.
All right, so the Hunter quest for another Stanley Cup ring continues. Thank you, Dale.
Thank you.
Chris.
Dale Hunter, an amazing story, and Joey Juneau with his 4th game-winning goal of these playoffs. He started it and finished it after some great work by Brian Bellows.
Bellows goes to the net, 1 crack, 2 cracks, keeps it loose. And that's the key to the goal, just keeping it away from Hasek. And that's why Juneau was able to get that rebound and slide it into the empty net. But what a great job by the Capitals to stay onside. And that was Adam Oates at the blue line making the play to stay onside. Bellows cuts around Daryl Shannon, protects the puck, goes to the net, and has 3 cracks, but keeps the puck loose. Look at Hasek trying to get it, but it's loose because Bellows keeps jabbing away, and in comes Juneau.
You've talked about fate. Brian Bellows on the 93 Montreal Canadiens team with those overtime wins. This is the 5th straight overtime victory by the Washington Capitals.
And general manager George McPhee looking on, sees Bellows go to the net. Yes, he and Sean Simpson are celebrating, as well they should. Tikkanen and Bellows, late additions.
Well, let's hear more from the hero, Joe Juneau.
All right, Chris, a moment ago, we tried to talk to Joey, and he was preoccupied. He's got a moment now. Joey, biggest goal of your life?
Oh, definitely. You can't beat this. The only way you could beat this, I guess, is to score the goal at the end to win the big trophy.
I know that there was a lot of pressure on you guys tonight because had you lost, all the talk of those 3 collapses, the 3-1 leads in the last 11 years would have resurfaced. Did you react to that, do you think?
Yeah, we have too much character in this locker room now to let these talk, bother us, I would say. And, tonight we just came out and we just made sure that this was not going to happen to this team again.
Overtime goals not often pretty. Quickly describe yours.
Well, we had so many chances, especially I think in the second period. We had all these, 2-on-1s and stuff like that, and puck was not going in. We faced the best goalie in the world, so it's not easy. But, like this tonight, the rebound just came out, and there was no chance for him to really stop it. The puck just happened to be there, and there was an open net for me.
Congratulations, and thank you, Joey.
Thank you.
All right, Joey Juneau has sent the Caps onto the Stanley Cup final. Chris?
15th different team in this decade to qualify for the Stanley Cup final. No team has waited longer. The first time in franchise history in 24 years. The Washington Capitals on the Juneau Gold are headed to the Stanley Cup Championship.
Brilliant Dominic Hasek, brilliant. What can you say about the Dominator? 13 shutouts this year, the Hart Trophy. The gold medal just wasn't to be against 14 30-somethings, especially 37-year-old Dale Hunter, 34-year-old Phil Housley, who really wanted a taste of a Stanley Cup. Fine, let's get a closing comment from the booth. Here's Chris and John.
Ron, a memorable series. At the outset, Ron Wilson said everybody thinks the winner of this series is going to be a punching bag in the final. There's something about this Capitals team with those vets. You talk about fate. It's a team to watch in the final.
Well, and goaltending. And I think of Dale Hunter in the 18 years he's been in the league. That's the one thing he stressed to me. He said, I've played on some good teams before. We've never had the goaltending. Well, the Washington Capitals have only the goalie.
Not even when you were his goaltender.
No, that's right. Especially when I was his goaltender.
So the Caps await either Dallas or Detroit. Ron?
And their records, Chris and John, against Detroit, 0-2. They lost 4-2 and 2-0. And against Dallas this year, Caps lost 2, 4-3, and 2-1 in OT. And just watching this celebration, a lot of people have dedicated their lives to hockey on the Washington Capitals side. The guy that ought to take a bow somewhere in North America tonight is Pat Quinn, because Ron Wilson learned to coach under Pat when he was his assistant in Vancouver, and George McPhee learned to be a general manager under Pat Quinn when he was in Vancouver. So, Pat, if you're watching tonight on Hockey Night in Canada, we're thinking of you, celebrating for Ron, who obviously did a great job keeping his team cool in all circumstances, and George McPhee, who we saw was pretty fiery up there in the booth. Quite an effort for the Washington Capitals. They got into a hole tonight and found a way to dig themselves out. They're going to the Stanley Cup on Tuesday in either Dallas or Detroit. We still have a piece of the puzzle to solve with respect to the championship. The Stars and the Red Wings. Dallas showed lots of resiliency last night. They'll be on at 7:30 ET tomorrow night. They're the men who made this such a beautiful show. Hasek and Kolzig, the Prince of Wales Trophy to Washington. For all of us, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night from Joe Louis Arena in Detroit.